Hi everyone, how are you? If you want change, do this. Bow your head and move your feet. And this is absolutely true. If you want change, you need to do a few different things. You have to get in alignment with the divine, inner self, higher self, supreme being, whatever you call that energy. Find that connection and you tune in to where you want to go, what you want, and then you have to take appropriate, according, inspired action. It's that simple. It's exactly what I did when I had cancer and I was given 6 months to live. And that was nearly 20 years ago. I'm slightly distracted by the orange I'm wearing against the orange background. I didn't think this through. Um, I just went, no, I need to get online. So it's exactly what I did when I had cancer after being given 6 months to live nearly 20 years ago. I literally bowed my head, went into prayer, went into meditation, tuned into myself, tuned into that divine connection, and asked what I needed to do. And it's not always like a direct line, like you're on the phone and you get an immediate answer. Well, not for me. For some people, it is like that. For me, it's usually the question goes out there, and sometimes I feel the answer. Sometimes the answer takes a little bit of time to come through. And that is what happened. And the answer didn't come all in one, Melanie, do this in big capital letters. That's the answer. It came through in dribs and drabs over time. And my job was to listen, pay attention, and then take appropriate action. And that was really the key. And if I could do that, and I did that for long enough, I did that over 5 years. And then I went back. This is the short version. Then I went back to the doctors and got a clear smear test back. So the cancer I had was cervical, and it was the serious kind. So I'm not going to get into all the scientific because I don't think that's relevant to healing. And people will often say, oh, well, this type of cancer is easier than that type of cancer. I'm going to make a big statement that's going to upset a few people. It's bullshit, basically. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. When it's my space, I'm swearing. There are stories everywhere of people who have transcended and healed from all kinds of things they've been told they couldn't. And if you don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Look up the work of Dr. Bernie Siegel, Siegal. He was a surgeon who worked in Connecticut in the US, and he straddled the holistic and the conventional medicine. And he worked and he watched the traits of people who survived and people who didn't. And there's a famous story in there about a lady with pancreatic cancer who was sent home to die. And several months later, she came back in and they examined her and all the cancer had gone. And he said, come with me. I want to show my colleagues. And they tried to say she'd never had cancer in the first place. What she had done is she had decided she was going to live to be 100 and leave all her troubles to God, in her words. And it worked. Her faith was so strong. So this is why I'm saying bow your head and move your feet. And I do this quite literally. I sit in meditation and then I run classes in movement, or I go for a run, or I go for a walk. But it's a bigger thing as well. It's about that listening to the divine, knowing what you want, who you are, and where you want to go. And then also hearing or waiting or noticing or sensing the appropriate action to take you. And like I say, it won't necessarily come in one lump. You might get drip fed that over a period of time. And it's trusting that process. When I was going through my healing from cancer, which took me about 4 years to go from the diagnosis to I'm ready to get a smear test back, which came back clear, I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I didn't know if I was going to survive. I didn't know necessarily from one thing to the next what the right next thing would be. I was literally guided. It's like the phrase of the headlights on the road. You only see 200 yards ahead. That's all you need to see. doesn't mean you're not going to get to that final destination. And often I think we think we need that end product, that end result, but actually it's just taking that next step. If you're struggling with that, get in touch. Oh, I've got some comments. Let's have a look. Oh, Sarah, hi. If you're struggling to get into that place of bowing your head and moving your feet, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, get in touch. I run spiritual coaching and healing sessions. And hi, lovely. And this is all based around how I healed myself of cancer after being given 6 months to live. I use my clairvoyant ability to look at your energy field and see what's going on. And my gifts are really about seeing the disconnection between you and your body. That's where my talents lie with using this ability. I get to see what's keeping you from being the happiest person in your life, from being the healthiest in your body, and from enjoying your life. Because that's what I did for myself. It's what I continue to do. The healing never stops. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So if you're interested in working with me, sessions start at 199. DM me the word psychic. If you don't know what DM means, it's private message, me the word psychic, and let's book you in for a session. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're tuning in from in the world.